Hey fam, Shay here. Thank you for stopping by my channel. So today we're going to be talking about the DIY illusion method. The hair I'm going to be using is Deep Wave by Lulutress. This is not going to be in-depth tutorial. We're basically just talking about just the DIY illusion method and try to answer any questions that I received from y'all. I want to say thank you so much for all of y'all support on the Felicia video. Thank y'all for sharing it. Thank y'all for subscribing. Hey, new subscribers, and hey to my loyal subscribers. All of y'all, welcome to the fam. I love having all of y'all here. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm starting out in the back, which is something that I don't think I did in the Felicia video, but I've just came across the issue of not having enough hair while doing this. So tip number one, if you used to buy like 5 packs of hair or 6 packs of hair, or 5 bundles or whatever of crochet hair, if you're going to do the illusion method, it takes a little bit more hair, so you need to get 1 or 2 packs more. Usually only about one, but it really depends on the hair and how it's sold and packaged. So between 1 and 2 packs, you need to get extra of whatever hair you're using to do the illusion method. So basically that's why I started out in the back. I wanted to make sure I had enough hair. And that was just just regular crochet method that I did. So right now you can see that I've started on the illusion area on my sides. I always start on the sides because it gives me a good feel for what I'm going to need to do in the top. And the reason why I say that is because it really depends like on the hair that you have. You're not like, there's no way to tell you like use 3 strands, to create your perimeter, or use 1 strand. There's no way for me to tell you that because it really depends on the hair. I can't tell you, to split a strand. It really just depends. This hair, I split the strands in half. The Felicia hair, I think I split it about 3 or 4 times maybe. So it really just depends on the hair, how thick the strand is, and what look you want. I mean, at the end of the day, this method just helps you create your own look, basically. Everything that I do can be adjusted at some point, just for your own liking. So like right now, when I'm inserting the hair, I'm just inserting. I'm not saying, okay, well, I'm going to insert 3. I'm just seeing like how much coverage I have. It really depends on the length of the base of the braid and what you're trying to cover. So I think I ended up using about 3 strands for these braids because the sizes of my base braids was not that big. I like smaller braids in the top because it makes the part smaller, I guess, or make it closer together, and to me it just gives it a more natural look. But that's really up to your own taste. So basically all I'm doing is sliding the strands through the base of the braid and bringing the hair through the front. And so then you're going to see me just kind of pull the hair back, see if I have enough coverage to my liking, and I do. And so when I determine, okay, well, I have enough strands in there, enough for the look I'm going for, then I'm going to take that other set of legs there and I'm going to wrap them around the braid, working it to the back of my head, or basically to like the crown, and then I'm going to secure it. So all of this is in actual time right now so that you can see the steps, and I hope that helps. Like, I'm just wrapping it around and then I'm going to secure it in the back by creating a loop. And then I'm going to pull the hair through the loop, and I'm going to do that step 2 or 3 times. For this hair, I'm doing it twice because it's really slippery. If you have a hair that's kinkier, you might only need to do the loop once, honestly. But this hair is so silky. I know that the slippage was really going to be real, so I looped it through twice. And then on top of that, I secured it with a double knot. Now, all of this hair I secured with a double knot. If you have questions about slippage and how to stop it, I have a video on how to secure your knots. I will link that in the description box, and I'll also try to put it in the suggested video. So y'all check that out for more information, or when you have time. So you see I have the coverage that I want, and then after that I'm just going to go over the braid with my regular knots. Now, if I am in an area where I'm about to do a part, like an exposed part, then I'll use a knotless method. Now, there are several different kinds of knots that you can do. There's a video on that as well. So I will put that in the description box too, and then I'll try to put that in the suggested videos as well. A majority of the knotless knots I got from another YouTuber. I'll put her information on the screen, and I'll put her down below as well. She has some really, really good methods as well to check out when you get a chance. But if it's not an exposed part, I just use a regular knot. It just saves a bit of time. That's a lot easier, but I still secure it with a double knot because this hair is so slippery. Now, I'm not saying to secure, all hair. Some of it is kinky and it's not going to move. Crochet hair is not all created equally. So, it just depends. But this hair, it reminds me of go-go curl, but it's just very, very silky. And I know that that's gonna slip. Like, I know it is if I don't secure it. So that's why I'm doing it. But yeah, regular knots where it's not exposed, knotless knots where your parting will be exposed. And when you work your way up the braid and you get all the way to the perimeter, the legs that you left out at the perimeter should meet the knots that you have on top, therefore creating that illusion. Now, as we are filling in the braid, I'm just going to kind of fast forward through all of that because I think everyone here probably knows how to do all of that already. If you guys want a beginner's course in how to, just do some regular crochet braids or whatever, of course, put it in the comment section and I will definitely put it on my list to do. But for time's sake, I'm just going to fast forward through all of this, filling in the braid. Now, let me say this. The crochet needle that I'm using is a regular size. What I suggest using is a smaller size needle. Just to be, just to use like extra caution because you are working with your edges and you want to use all the precaution you can. Now, me, in this moment, it was late and the crochet needle was in the room directly behind me actually, and I just didn't want to get up and go get it. But I am being very careful with my edges. As you can see, I'm really taking my time with it. And like I said, if you have the option and you have a smaller needle, use a smaller needle when doing this. But I'm going to still be doing the same method that I did before. I'm just sticking the needle in and bringing it to the front, hooking the hair on it, pulling the hair back through, and once I get the desired look, I'm going to take the tails that are coming out of the braid in the back portion, and I'm going to wrap it through the braid all the way to the back or your crown area, whichever one you prefer, and secure it. Now, let me say this as well. There is a similar method out there. So the same lady that I was telling y'all about earlier, she has a method on creating an illusion perimeter as well. Hers, is different, but it's still kind of similar where we are pulling the hair through the front area, like through your perimeter. But I want to say she secures hers right at the front, And for me, that was just a bit difficult. I'm just not that coordinated, y'all. Like, if y'all know me personally, like, I'm clumsy as hell. And I don't know. Like, I tried that method. I tried two methods before I figured out that I'm going to have to figure something out on my own. So I tried her method, and it's like you have to secure it right at the front. And with the hair being right at the front, and I'm trying to look up and knot it like right there, I don't know. I couldn't do it. I don't know if my braid wasn't right. I don't know, but I couldn't do it that way. And I mean, I'm sure that's just me. But I really, really liked her method because it allowed for all of the hair to be right there in the front. And I'm having to use the other side of the hair to run through the braid and secure it in the back. But if it's secured in the front, that means that's more hair in the front. And I feel like you would use less hair that way. But I personally just can't do it. But again, her stuff is linked down below, so check her out. And then the illusion video that I did on the mannequin, this, I think I did that around last year. Maybe it was earlier this year. I can't remember. But anyway, I'll link that video down below. And that video takes you to this other lady that I seen on Instagram that did her illusion in a kind of similar way, but she braided her hair into the cornrows and left some out of the cornrows, something like a tree braid. Um, I mean, it's a little bit more different from mine, but still it's a good illusion method as well. I just, again, couldn't do that on my own head. I could do it on the mannequin, and I was so excited and, got ready to do it on me, and I tried about 3 or 4 times, and I just failed completely all times. I just couldn't do it. So I had to come up and figure something else out. And this is what I came up with, and it works well for me. So if y'all are having difficulty with the other ones, then of course, try this one and see how that works for you. But anyway, I think that's all the tips I really have as far as the install part goes. Now, of course, there's some trimming and some teasing that we do as well. So I'm going to kind of speed up a bit and just let y'all watch the rest of this process. And then I'll be back to talk you through the trimming and the teasing part. Now, we're not going to do a full installation as well. Let me go and let that out. This is not a full installation. I'm not going to show you how I actually cut and style the hair on this video. One of the most requested videos I've had thus far is how I cut my crochet, because I kind of fast forward through that part. So I'm going to have a separate video that comes out in a few weeks just showing you guys how I cut my crochet. So you won't see the final result of this hairstyle on this video. It'll be on I won't say the next one because it'll be a few weeks before that one's out. But it's to come. But anyway, I'll be back to talk you through the finishing touches on this DIY illusion method. Now here I'm just creating a knotless part because it's going to be one of the areas that is exposed. Someone asked me if this can be done on straight hair. Let me go ahead and say I don't know. I have not tried it yet. I do have some straight hair that I want to install pretty soon. I just have to get my schedule cleared up to do so, and then I'm going to try it. Now, I did read in the comment section, I want to say twice. So I think it was two that tried it already with the straight hair, and they said that they loved it and it did work. So, I mean, if y'all do it, if y'all try this method at all, tag me on Instagram, please, because I would love to see it. And if you don't want to tag me, send it in my inbox. That's cool too. Just whichever. I just really would like to see it. But yeah, I'm definitely going to try it with straight hair as soon as I can. And how you can check to be sure that the hair that you have in the front that is secure, just tug on it a bit. I know you have to have noticed, like throughout the video, you've seen me a couple of times like pull at the hair in the front, and I'm just trying to see if it's going to move if I tug it. If it moves, then you want to keep looping it in the back, and then once it stops moving when you tug it, then you know you can go into the part of double knotting it just for that added security. Okay, so now it's that time. We are going to start trimming the hair. This just creates a little frizz, I guess a little dimension you can call it. I thought that you can see it on camera when I was doing it, but now that I'm looking, I see that you can't see it. But when I'm trimming the hair, the strand that I'm holding at the time, I'm using my thumb and I'm kind of twisting that hair around so that when I'm using the scissors to, trim or to cut, it's cutting different sides of the strand. Now that I'm looking at it, it looks like I'm trimming just going down one side of the strand, but I'm not doing that. I'm cutting all angles on the strand. I'm just twisting the strand as I go. So basically after that, you're just teasing the hair. I'm using a back comb to do that. And if you don't have a back comb, you can get one off of Amazon. They're like $6. I'll put one on my page so that you have a direct link to it. I'll put it in the description box to take you right to it to order yourself one. They do make a difference. I didn't realize they were going to make such a difference, but they definitely make a difference than using a regular comb. So I highly suggest, like, even if you don't use my link, like, girl, get you one, because it really does make a huge difference. In this section here, I mean, basically, you are making it your own. I mean, some people like a lot of frizz, they trim a lot, they tease a lot, and it's a look. It's just not what I particularly like. to wear. So you make it your own. You can tease it a lot, you can tease it a little, you can trim it a lot, you can trim it a little. Just, make it your own. However, I just kind of do a little bit at a time, and so that way I don't overdo it. So like after I tease, if I want some more, I'll go back and trim a little more, and then I'll tease a little more. Basically just making it my own. Now you can see, and I forgot to point this out, but you can see like that where my parting is, those first two braids right there, I did not do those close enough to my hairline. And there it doesn't look bad, but you can definitely tell a difference between the ones that are right at my hairline versus those two that are not, because on the side, like, it's good, like, it's so good. But you see like how close that is and how good that looks right there. Like, it's a huge difference between that one and the other part, because the other part, the braids weren't brought all the way to the perimeter, and that is that's important. I mean, if you don't, then it's just going to look like the other side, like my other part. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not a 10 either. So I mean, there you have it, the right way to do it and the wrong way to do it. So yeah, of course I wouldn't get it perfect when I'm trying to do a detailed video for y'all, but again, it's me. So yeah, as you can see, I mean, throughout the rest of this process, I'm just going to be trimming and teasing until I get it the way I want. And I mean, that's going to be pretty much it. So if you guys have any questions, hit me in the comment section. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. Please, please, please. And of course I'm going to have more videos coming out for you guys. So, and I'll try to do any request. If I can do it, I will do it. So drop it in the comment section and I'll see what I can make happen. Come join us on Facebook at We Love Hair. It's our hair group, and we have a lot of fun in there. Follow me on Instagram under Shay Love Hair and Snapchat under Shay Love Hair. And my Snapchat code will be on my exit video. So once you're done, take a screenshot and come get at your girl. But I think that's it, you guys. Again, if you have any questions, drop it in the comment section, and of course I'll answer it just as soon as I can. Be on the lookout for the finishing look on this hair. I will do a review on it as well, so in the coming weeks you'll see a video showing you how I cut this crochet, and it will have the final look of the hair. And then after that, I will give you a review on the hair as well. So I think that's it, you guys. So I'll let y'all just watch the rest of the video, and I will see y'all next time. Peace and blessings.